Hi everyone, this is Ellen Marie Francisco. Thanks for coming into my channel. Today we're going to look at April 2025 and what's coming down the pike. Hopefully you managed March well enough. That was pretty intense, all things considered. Probably still feeling the after effects of that. We're going to do our Celtic Cross today. I've got the cards ready. So we're coming in with Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, this has been a recurring theme for us. This is a protective card and a bit of a subtle warning to hold close to your truth and to not betray your truth. You don't really want to be lending people you don't trust all your good stuff this month. These are trust issues as well that we're dealing with. There's lots of smoke and mirrors working through with this kind of a card coming up to begin with. Nine of Pentacles is crossing us. So this is going to bring in issues with our home, housing, mostly housing and housing investments, real estate. It's quite possible the market isn't going to be doing better this month. So people could be really working at and looking at their long-range goals, and are they invested, over-invested, under-invested, and all the rest of it. Also, the Pentacles has a lot to do with value and how you value your own body and taking care of it as well. So you could be becoming more empowered in your ideas towards self-care and playing for the long haul. It's almost like we don't have the luxury of thinking only short term. The other thing too is with these two cards crossing, this is a value kind of base card. You might be looking at issues where you're valuing yourself and your own body differently. Also, women's reproductive rights and protections around the body, right to choose. It's kind of the things that I'm hearing when I'm looking at this card. There is a recurring theme that's been sort of hovering in these last couple of months if you've been watching my readings, so you know this. So first we come in as a spirit embodied divining rod, understanding what can be trusted and what can't be, and being asked not to portray those truths and understanding, holding true to that. And then with this card, as the Nine of Swords, we're also being warned. Yeah, the Nine of Swords is also coming in as our under card, our support card. So this is basically a good forewarning that you're way more sensitive right now, way more empathic, way more able to feel your way through the unseen energies in the unseen world. So not to take for granted the little, whisperings that you're receiving through your body. And yeah, you won't even really be aware at how much more in tune you are with this kind of influence. Usually it just sort of goes right over your head. Sometimes we don't see too many steps ahead of ourselves with this influence with the Nine of Swords, but it is important as well to consider your truth and things that to feel and feel into knowing are real. Yeah, no time to abandon yourself with this kind of card. The psychic senses are way more visceral right now. You don't necessarily have to be a clairvoyant seeing things through your third eye. You could be feeling every whisper of the universe around you. So no time to disbelieve that you are seeing the reality in a way that your spirits want you to see. You must have value in yourself. It's what gets you down the long roads in life and through the odd twists and turns and the weird forks that come along out of nowhere. I would say don't make a move unless you feel it is the right move this month, like not even for a split second. Bring the value into your ability to see and read the information around you. Other card that's coming in through is our Eight of Cups. Our Eight of Cups is like a deep dive into our soul, essentially, into our heart of hearts, into the areas of us that we might have put off or not been totally in tune with. So this is like a karmic destiny date, this card. It's like a karmic destiny date with yourself and how you're reinventing the parts of you that have been invented all along that just sort of got, left in the cave in the dark. Now you're pulling it all out in the cave in the dark. Be careful not to do too much comparison shopping, thinking that everybody else's bags look better than yours kind of deal. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. You might just be doing a little bit more window shopping before you decide who you are. If we've had the warnings, not to betray ourselves, then these two cards together would be, honor the sanctity of your soul's desires and your heart truth as you bravely reorchestrate your needs and your wants and your desires. Yeah, like this is your life. You have to live it, right? So you've got opportunities to be more connected to yourself in ways perhaps that you've not felt in years. You're remaking your heart's content by not betraying your heart of hearts and the parts of you that are destined to come into love and into light in these months ahead. The Empress is one of our next cards, and she's hanging above our head. So she comes in with a lot of fertility, a lot of nurturing. It's a lovely card to be hanging over our heads because she does bring in a lot of nurturing support. She's also extremely intuitive with her mother's intuition and her mother's instincts. She can turn that on to any of God's children. So she can nurture all of humanity without it hurting at all. Empress would have access to everything at this rate. So if Empress is hanging over our heads, then for sure our sensitivities are growing. Let's not forget that we had the all-knowing, I don't even know how psychic I am card underneath us. And over this are extreme sensitivities as well. What are you giving birth to? What are you saying hello to? What are you nurturing in yourself that is necessary at this time? Eight of Cups, it really is about like, what are you doing? This is not, what are you doing for humanity? What are you doing for the world? What are you doing for you? And how soon can you do it? How soon can you pay attention to it? Essentially. Yeah. So do not leave yourself in a lacking state. You may also be feeling extremely creative during this phase where you just might be bursting through with new ideas and new creative projects. You can almost feel the new life wanting to come in. So it's quite possible that this is going to be a good spring for a lot of us. So we spring into new action with new commitments to ourselves. I do feel a lot of babies, like lots of babies coming in. So who knows? Yeah, you could be welcoming in a baby. I felt like there might be something going on with reproductive rights as well, or women's rights. So it could be that there are some divine empresses who are going to become advocates for that in this coming month or in the coming months ahead. And somebody could just be spearheading, maybe hearing more of that as we go on. Yeah, ready to bring light into the world, basically, and ready to bring life into the world. The feminine emperor is following the empress. I mean, yeah, so this is like a one step towards more evolution as she comes into some of her divine masculine potency as well, relying on both her femininity and her masculine chutzpah to act like a change agent. Yeah. So you could see a lot of things hit the political sphere as well. Yeah. where people are just assessing who their real authority figures are, who is the ruler of your roost. This is in our gateway to the future, so this is a pivotal point in this month to be empowered and to be working with your balanced sense of self. So when the feminine energy and the masculine energy combine, it's an unstoppable force. We're definitely learning to integrate the power of the goddess within and to bringing her into the mainstay, basically. It's like she's coming out. She's coming out. We got some other queen energy coming in along. These are really exalted kind of cards, by the way. First thing I want to say about the Queen of Swords is, sometimes she is the narcissist in the group. So we could be dealing with lots of narcissists in our world, or learning how to manage them better this month. Regardless, it's still strong female and mother energy. So we're coming in through this evolution of the Empress into the divine feminine emperor, coming into the Queen of Swords, who's, can have a very biting tongue and very acerbic approach, very direct, but often we'll see, the wider perspective. So in the exalted version, this queen is actually very helpful because she's not afraid to stand up and tell you what she sees about your world or what you may be deficient in or not seeing, so she could be quite an ally this month if you let her. But you may have to get the story straight as far as, who's in the role of support here for you. And if you're coming into new strengths in yourself, then you may be coming to task with stronger people or overpowering people. They might not actually be strong. They might just be bullying their way through life, right? They may be bullying you. So, yeah, just keep your strengths about you. What else is going on? The Queen of Swords also is extremely intuitive and high functioning, mental processing kind of girl. She does a lot of preventative maintenance before anything goes wrong. So there could be there could be members of our political structures that are touting the warnings of certain things as well during this period. It might just be broken record kind of stuff where you're just like, okay, I've heard it enough already. I don't know. It's almost like they're working on opinionated kind of things too, dealing with a lot of opinions. I think this month you got to sort through, like if you're doing your deep dive and your soul journey, it's not opinionated really at all. It's just heartfelt truth. So don't get caught up in the fray of what everybody wants it to look like for you, or the negative propaganda that's coming down the pike because we're dealing with political things this month. The other powerful card we've got coming in here for April is the King of Pentacles. She's a very strong, empowered gal. She's not getting talked out of anything. She's pretty sure that things are going to go right for her. She's got her solar plexus totally dialed in with all this yellow buttercup flowering energy through her. And I guess that's the point. If you are nurturing yourself with the Empress, it's quite possible that the evolution is that you come into clearer form within yourself in stronger, more appealing ways where you're more comfortable with your strength as well and your power. So maybe this is what some of us have been dealing with, is becoming more comfortable with our personal power and how to use it in the world, where we can, divine our way through it like the conduits that we are, and step into it bravely and confidently. Yeah, it's not a bad way to start April. What else happened here? I think I've got two more cards. Yeah, okay, so we've got the community card with the Three of Pentacles. This is also a value-based card too, community money. It makes me wonder about what I felt with this card, and this card, that there could be a lot of hanky-panky going on in the housing industry as it relates to yeah, just whatever, community housing, things that affect home life and security and comfort levels in the community. Be dealing with finances and yeah, needing to reach out into community as well may be necessary for some who are struggling financially. You may need to ask for help from your community, so don't be shy if that's what you need. Don't let that get in your way. Also, you know, our final card is the Four of Wands. So we're talking a lot about home nesting anyway. We started off with this card, the Nine of Pentacles, crossing us, if you remember. So, you know, this is home. This is the investment that we make in our homes and the homes that we buy and the homes that we repair. And these are the nesting qualities of where we live. It is a foundation card too. So we are ideally working towards stronger foundations in ourselves, in our own home, in our own identity, feeling like we can be nurtured in our home place, that we have what we need. So yeah, I would say buckle in for the nurturing approach to your own life. Don't be foregoing things that you need on a heart and soul level, and don't be afraid to trust your own instincts. Let's do a recap. We've got some pretty amazingly potent cards here, like I said, with the Seven of Swords. So do not betray your intuition. Don't don't give up. Assume that you know more than you think you do at this rate. You know, trust. If you're seeing any difference in your own sensitivities, then trust that your own invisible help and your own higher self are coming through for you in cleaner and more profound ways. So don't underestimate. Definitely don't be trusting things you don't trust, okay? A lot of nonsense going on out there in the world. So you know, run a tight ship. You may also be being very quiet. Like, even though you're honoring your truth, you might not be spewing it everywhere, right? Like, there may be just some things that you hold closer to your hand this month than share everywhere. Yeah. What else do I want to say? Not much else. So yeah, be in your power. Use your feminine, use your masculine. Don't abandon any part of yourself. And hopefully I will see you soon. Thanks for coming into my channel. Have a great April. As things warm up around us, I hope that you do feel the spring of life moving through you. You can feel more of that just by connecting to your own higher self and your own crown chakra. Sometimes it's a little intimidating to pray for help and then get it, but I would say open up the heavens and let it in. It's going to nurture you in the same ways that you nurture yourself, but there'll be a bit of an amplification process when you do that. So have a great April, and we'll see you soon. Take good care. Bye for now.